Mr. Wilkinson, in your testimony, you mentioned how CSP funding primarily goes to row crop producers. However, in my home state of Mississippi, we have seen a tremendous amount of interest and contract enrollment by our livestock producers, in particular our beef cattle producers. That is why I've authored a bill to restore CSP back to the 2014 Farm Bill level of $9 billion as opposed to the 2018 authorized levels of $3.9 billion. My proposal increases CSP by repurposing dollars in the Inflation Reduction Act for conservation programs and reduces the burdensome environmental CSP IRA barriers to entry for producers created by the Biden administration. Can I get a commitment from you to work with me and my staff to look at this bill? And can you also elaborate on the value and the importance of voluntary, incentive-based conservation programs such as CSP in the Farm Bill?
Congressman, I think your last part of your question hits the nail on the head. Voluntary program is the solution, and absolutely the cattle industry is behind moving that idea forward. The idea of producers getting to select what they want to get involved in and then getting behind it with both feet, that's why you get things accomplished. Not a mandate, but a voluntary basis, and I absolutely hearken to your comments.
Thank you, Mr. Wilkinson. To any of our producer witnesses, the Inflation Reduction Act authorized $8 billion for EQIP. However, the law removed the existing requirement that at least 50% of EQIP funding support livestock producers. How does this impact livestock producers' fair consideration for receiving contracts through the funding?
Well, I'll take that first. I believe in the 2018 there was a direct set aside for a portion of that funding, and that was removed, and we believe that needs to be restored so that there is a direct allocation to at least the beef industry.
I might add, I believe that EQIP funding supports livestock infrastructure development that other USDA offerings leaves livestock producers out of, and so I think it is critical to be able to have a set aside specific to animal agriculture to utilize the tools that offer greater opportunity, expanded practices, eligibility, as well as allowable participation. There are some programs right now that after a certain amount of years within the contract, you're no longer eligible to qualify for those practices as a livestock producer, and I don't think that's fair when you compare against some of the crop producers' access to programming year after year.